My beloved child, lean close and listen with the ears of your heart, for I am speaking directly to the depths of your being. You have walked a long and weary road, often under a sky that seemed heavy with the clouds of uncertainty. I have seen the moments when your breath caught in your throat, when the shadows in the corner of your room seemed to stretch toward your peace, and when the whisper of the enemy told you that you were small, forgotten, and perpetually unsafe. You have carried the weight of the world upon shoulders. I never intended to bear such burdens alone. But today, a new horizon is breaking. The atmosphere around you is shifting even as these words reach your spirit. I am here to address the spirit of fear that has attempted to make its home within your soul. It is a squatter, an uninvited guest that has overstayed its welcome, and its time of residence is over. I see how it has paralyzed your dreams, how it has made you second-guess the gifts I have placed inside you, and how it has made the future look like a minefield rather than a garden of promise. Fear is a thief that comes only to steal your joy, kill your momentum, and destroy your sense of identity. But I am your Father, the architect of light and the sovereign of all, and I do not stand by while my children are besieged. I am stepping into the center of your anxiety right now. I am the great I am, the beginning and the end, and there is no shadow that can survive the radiance of my presence. I am not merely coming to give you a temporary reprieve or a brief moment of calm before the next storm. I am performing a divine exchange. This is a fundamental restructuring of your spiritual DNA. I am reaching into the very core of your existence and uprooting the gnarled, choking weeds of apprehension and dread. In their place, I am planting something ancient, something holy, and something unstoppable. I am replacing your spirit of fear with a spirit of power. This power I speak of is not the fragile, loud-mouthed strength of the world that relies on ego and force. It is the quiet, immovable power of the resurrection. It is the authority that speaks to the chaos and demands order. It is the strength that allows you to stand when everything else is shaking. You have been told that you are weak, but I tell you that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You have been told that you should be afraid of what tomorrow holds, but I am already in your tomorrow, making the crooked paths straight and preparing the table for your victory. Can you feel the warmth of my love beginning to dissolve the icy grip that has held your heart captive? That love is the catalyst for your transformation. Perfect love casts out all fear, and because you are mine, you are surrounded by a love that has no end and no conditions. This is the start of a story where the victim becomes the victor, where the hiding place becomes the starting line, and where the silence of terror is replaced by the roar of divine confidence. I want you to breathe deeply now. Let out the air you have been holding in tightly and inhale the fresh wind of my spirit. The spirit of power is not a feeling that comes and goes. It is a seal, a mark of ownership, and a weapon of light. As we walk through this journey together, I will show you how to wield this power, how to recognize the lies of the enemy before they take root, and how to live with a sound mind that is anchored in my truth. You were not created to cower. You were created to conquer. You were not fashioned to be a slave to your nerves, but a ruler in my kingdom. Today, the exchange begins. The old is passing away, and behold, I am making all things new within you. Trust me. Lean into me. The spirit of power is already rising within you, and soon you will look back at the giants that once terrified you and realize they were nothing more than grasshoppers in the light of my glory. This is my promise to you, my child. This is our new beginning. Do you feel the shifting of the tides within your soul? That quiet stir is the movement of my hand, rearranging the landscape of your heart to accommodate the vastness of the power I am pouring into you. Do not be alarmed by the fragments of anxiety that still cling to your edges. They are but the dust of a crumbling fortress that no longer has a right to stand. I am replacing the fragility of your what-ifs with the solid rock of my I am. This power is not a loud noise or a display of human arrogance. It is a steady heartbeat of certainty that comes from knowing whose you are. Listen closely to the resonance of my voice, for it is the sound that calms the storm and commands the mountains to move. As this exchange deepens, I want you to understand that the power I am giving you is not a weapon of destruction, but a tool of liberation. You have spent years building walls to keep out the pain, but those walls also kept out the fullness of my light. Today, I am dismantling those barriers, stone by stone, not to leave you vulnerable, but to replace your fragile defenses with the impenetrable shield of my presence. I am touching the very roots of your anxieties, those hidden places where the seeds of not enough were planted long ago by voices that did not know your true value. I am uprooting them now, one by one, and in their place I am planting the cedars of Lebanon, strong, tall, and unyielding. I am pouring the oil of my peace into the cracks of your broken confidence, healing the fractures caused by the weights you were never meant to carry. You will find that the things that used to make your heart race now only stir a sense of deep compassion within you, for you will see them through my eyes, as small and defeated elements of a fading world. I am declaring a season of divine audacity over your life. Where you once hesitated at the threshold of your own destiny, you will now advance with a steady stride. Where you once whispered in a desperate hope, you will now speak with the quiet authority of a child of the King. This spirit of power is an inner iron that supports your spirit when the winds of life howl. It is the ability to stand still and know that I am God, even when the earth beneath you seems to tremble. I am also refining your mind, for a sound mind is the greatest gift of discernment. I am clearing away the thick fog of confusion that the enemy used to shroud your path, making it impossible for you to see the way forward. You will begin to see with a supernatural clarity that transcends human logic. You will recognize the traps of the enemy before they are even set, and the lies will fall silent before they can reach your heart. This is your inheritance, bought with a price you cannot fathom. I am not just giving you strength for today. I am building a reservoir of resilience within you that will never run dry, a wellspring of fortitude that flows from the very throne of grace. Feel the warmth of my love surrounding you like a cloak of golden light, for perfect love casts out all fear, leaving no shadow where dread can hide. As you abide in me, fear finds no room to breathe. It suffocates in the atmosphere of my glory. I am calling forth the warrior that has been sleeping under the weight of your worries, the champion that has been buried beneath the debris of past failures. Wake up, my beloved. Arise and shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. The shadows are fleeing, and the dawn of my power is breaking over the horizon of your life with a brilliance that cannot be ignored. Every word I speak to you is a seed of reality, a creative force that cannot return to me void. I speak courage into your very marrow. I speak stillness into your nervous system. I speak victory into the chapters of your future that have yet to be written. You are no longer defined by what you were afraid to do, but by what I am doing through you. The chains of your past are not just loosening, they are dissolving in the holy fire of my presence. Walk with your head held high, for you are the child of the Most High, and the spirit of power is your new heartbeat, rhythmic and strong. This is not a temporary visitation. It is an eternal habitation. We are moving together into territories you never dreamed of reaching, and you shall possess them with a peace that passes all understanding. Trust the process of this divine transformation, even when it feels quiet. Even in the silence, I am working with precision. Even in your rest, I am rebuilding your soul. You are being refashioned into a vessel of high honor, fit for the most sacred of my purposes. The exchange is complete in the spiritual realm. Now, watch with expectation as it manifests in your physical world. You are my masterpiece of power. Look into the eyes of my spirit and see the reflection of who you truly are. Not the person bruised by the shadows of yesterday, but the warrior birthed in the light of my eternal purpose. Every stutter in your step was once a seed of doubt, but I have watered those places with my grace until they blossomed into strides of unshakable confidence. Understand, my beloved, that the power I have placed within you is not a loud noise, but a deep, resonant frequency of my own heart. It is the authority to stand still in the middle of a storm and command the waves of your mind to be silent. The world measures power by how much it can control, but I measure power by how much you can trust. As you yield to me, you become a conduit for the impossible. I am peeling back the layers of hesitation that have muffled your voice for so long. Can you hear the resonance of your own spirit beginning to vibrate with the sound of victory? It is not a victory won by your hands alone, but by the finished work I have established on your behalf. There is a sacred boldness rising within you, a holy defiance against the lies that told you that you were small. You are not small. You are an expansive garden where my glory is coming into full bloom. I am reordering your priorities so that you no longer look at the giants in your land, but at the God who holds the land in the palm of his hand. The fear of man is a snare, but the power of my spirit is a sanctuary. I am calling you out of the shadows of comparison. You do not need to be like another to be effective. You only need to be fully yours, fully mine, and fully alive. I am breathing into the dry bones of your dreams, and I tell you today, they shall live. They shall stand on their feet, an exceeding great army of purposes fulfilled. Do not look back at the desert of your mourning, for I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. The parched ground of your soul is being saturated with the rain of my presence. I am healing the trauma of your failures, reminding you that in my kingdom, failure is only a classroom, not a destination. You have graduated from the school of not enough and have been invited into the banquet hall of more than a conqueror. Feel the weight of my mantle upon your shoulders. It is light, yet it carries the gravity of heaven. It is a garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. I am replacing your sighs with songs, your trembling with triumph. Every time the enemy whispers, "What if?" I am teaching your spirit to shout, "Even so." Even so, I am with you. Even so, I am for you. Even so, I am within you. You are moving into a season where your presence alone will shift the atmosphere of the rooms you enter. Not because of your charisma, but because of the Christ in you, the hope of glory. The spirit of power is the ability to love without fear of rejection, to give without fear of lack, and to lead without fear of falling. I have established your steps. I have hedged you in behind and before. There is no angle from which you are unprotected. This power is also a sound mind, a clarity that cuts through the fog of this world's confusion. You will see things as they truly are, through the lens of eternity. You will no longer be tossed to and fro by the opinions of the many, for you are anchored in the word of the one. I am refining your discernment so that you can sense the movement of my spirit even in a whisper. This is your inheritance. This is your birthright. Take it up. Wear it with humility, but wear it with absolute certainty. You were never meant to walk in the spirit of fear. It was a foreign garment, ill-fitting and restrictive. I have stripped it away and clothed you in the robes of my own strength. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making you a pillar of strength for those who are still wandering in the dark. You shall be a beacon, a city on a hill, a testimony of what happens when a human heart surrenders to the divine will. This is the hour of your manifestation. This is the moment where the internal exchange becomes an external reality. Go forth, not in your own might, but in the power of my Spirit, for I am the Lord your God, and I go before you to make the crooked places straight. I am the fire in your bones and the wind at your back. You are my chosen, my called, and my empowered one. This power I have given you is the power to forgive, the power to hope when evidence is bleak, and the power to stand when everyone else has retreated. It is a quiet, indestructible force. I am placing a divine resilience in your spirit that will cause you to bounce back from every setback with momentum. You will not just survive the trials of this life. You will utilize them as fuel for your advancement. I am marking your life with a signature of peace that confuses your enemies and comforts your friends. Do not be afraid of the heights to which I am calling you. The air is pure, and it is where you were designed to breathe. I'm expanding your capacity to receive, for you have lived in a state of spiritual malnutrition for too long. Now I am inviting you to the table I have prepared. Eat of my word, drink of my spirit, and grow strong. I am strengthening the stakes of your tent and lengthening your cords. You shall break forth on the right hand and on the left. The limitations of your lineage are being broken. The curses of your ancestors are being swallowed up by the blessing of my covenant. You are a new creation, a pioneer of a new path. Your children will walk in the light of the fire I am kindling in you this day. This is about the legacy of power I am building through your obedience. Every time you say yes to me, a wall of fear crumbles in the hearts of those who watch you. You are becoming a living demonstration of my faithfulness. I am giving you the tongue of the learned, that you may know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary. Your words will carry weight. They will not fall to the ground, but will accomplish that which I please. I am aligning your desires with my decrees. Rest in the assurance that I am the author and the finisher. What I have started, I will complete. There is no power that can snatch you out of my hand or derail the destiny I have written. You are secured by my blood, sealed by my spirit, and sent by my command. Walk in this power today. Let it influence the way you speak, look at challenges, and dream about tomorrow. The spirit of fear is a memory. The spirit of power is your reality. I am with you always, even unto the end of the age. We are one, bound together by a love that is stronger than death and a power that is greater than the world. Go, my child, and occupy the space I have given you. Shine with the brilliance of 1,000 suns, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. Beloved, let the resonance of my voice settle the remaining dust of your past. As you step into this light, understand that the radiance you carry is not a temporary glow, but the outward manifestation of the internal shift I have performed within your soul. The spirit of fear was a thief, stealing your breath and clouding your vision, but the spirit of power I have placed within you is a restorer. It is a divine engine that drives you forward even when the terrain seems impassable. You are entering a season where your presence will change the temperature of the rooms you walk into. Where there was chaos, you will bring my order. Where there was despair, you will release my hope. This is the authority of the spirit of power. It is not a power that seeks to dominate or crush, but a power that heals, rebuilds, and commands the darkness to flee. I am teaching your heart to beat in rhythm with mine. Do not be startled by the sudden clarity of your thoughts or the boldness of your decisions. This is the sound mind that accompanies my power. The fog of confusion is lifting, and in its place, I am giving you the blueprint for your next steps. I declare over your foundations today, the tremors of anxiety shall cease, and the bedrock of my peace shall be your footing. I decree that your hands, which once trembled in uncertainty, shall now build monuments to my faithfulness. You will look back at the giants that once terrified you and realize they were but shadows in the light of my glory. My power is moving through your bloodline, breaking the cycles of hesitation that have bound your lineage for generations. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through the limitations you once accepted as your identity. You are not the product of your failures, nor are you the sum of your fears. You are the expression of my creative power on this earth. When you speak, you are not merely vibrating air. You are releasing the frequency of heaven. I am sharpening your discernment so that you may see the opportunities hidden within obstacles. I am strengthening your inner man so that you may stand tall when others bow to the pressures of the age. Remember, my child, that my power is made perfect in weakness. On the days you feel you have nothing left, that is when my spirit surges most brilliantly within you. It is a wellspring that never runs dry, a fire that is never extinguished. I am removing the what-ifs and replacing them with I will. I am removing the I can't and replacing it with he can. We are walking together in a partnership that spans eternity. The spirit of power is your inheritance, and I am inviting you to spend it lavishly. Do not hoard the courage I have given you. Pour it out on the broken, the lost, and the weary. As you give, you shall receive even more. I am expanding your capacity to hold my glory. I am stretching the curtains of your habitation. Do not fear the expansion, for I am the one providing the increase. I have watched you in the secret place. I have heard the sighs of your heart, and I am answering with a thunderous yes. The mantle I place upon you today is woven with the threads of my own sovereignty. It is light yet indestructible. It is the garment of a conqueror. You shall walk through the valleys and not be afraid, for I am with you. You shall climb the mountains and not grow weary, for I am your strength. This is not a fleeting moment of inspiration, but a permanent relocation of your spirit. You no longer live in the suburbs of fear. You have been moved into the fortress of my power. Occupy this space with confidence. Speak to the mountains in your life and watch them dissolve into the sea. I have given you the keys to the kingdom, and what you bind on earth is bound in heaven. Walk as one who knows who their Father is. Walk as one who knows that the King of Kings is their constant companion. The spirit of fear is a memory that fades into the distance, while the spirit of power is the rising sun of your new reality. You are my masterpiece, my warrior, and my beloved. Go forth in this might, for I have already paved the way, and I am standing at the end of your journey, cheering you on with a love that knows no bounds. Even now, as you breathe in this moment, feel the shift in the atmosphere of your soul. The transition is complete. The old structures of anxiety have been dismantled stone by stone, and in their place, I am building a monument to my faithfulness. Fear was a thief that came to steal your vision, but I have restored your sight with the lens of my glory. I am not just giving you power. I am making you an expression of my power. When you speak, the shadows must flee, not because of your eloquence, but because of the authority of the one who dwells within you. Your lineage is no longer defined by the tremors of those who came before you. Your lineage is defined by the blood of the Lamb and the fire of the Holy Spirit. Behold, the horizon of your destiny is no longer clouded by the mist of what if or the shadows of not enough. I have stepped into your now to ensure that your forever is secured in my might. Look at your hands. They are no longer trembling. Look at your feet. They are shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, ready to tread upon the serpents of doubt and the scorpions of despair. I have not given you a spirit of timidity, but one of a sound mind, a mind that is a fortress of divine logic, a mind that filters every thought through the truth of my promises. Every lie that the enemy whispered in the dark is being incinerated by the light of my presence. I am rewriting the very chemistry of your courage. Hear me clearly. The power I have placed within you is not a human effort. It is the same resurrection power that burst forth from the tomb, defying death and shattering the grave. That same electricity of the Spirit is coursing through your veins. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere changes because I am in you, and I am the King of Glory. You are a carrier of the miraculous. The words you speak are not merely vibrations in the air, they are decrees of the kingdom. When you say be healed, be free, or be still, it is my authority flowing through your surrendered heart. I am declaring a season of radical boldness over your life. No longer will you hide in the clefts of the rock, wondering if you are worthy. You are worthy because I have made you worthy. You are chosen because I have called you by name. I am removing the veil of insignificance that has covered your eyes. You are a giant slayer, a wall breaker, a pathfinder. Where others see obstacles, you will see opportunities for my glory to be revealed. Where others hear the roar of the enemy, you will hear the triumphant shout of the Lion of Judah. Let the prophetic weight of this message settle deep into your marrow. I declare that the chains of generational anxiety are broken right now. The cycle of worry that plagued your ancestors stops with you. I am establishing a new legacy of faith, a new heritage of hope. Your children and your children's children will speak of your strength, not because you were perfect, but because you were perfectly possessed by my Spirit. You are becoming a pillar of fire in the dark, a lighthouse for the weary, and a river of life for those in the desert. I am refining your voice to carry the frequency of heaven. Your words will carry weight. They will build up and not tear down. They will plant and not uproot. When the enemy tries to remind you of your past, remind him of your future. Your future is a tapestry of victories, woven together by my hand. Even your mistakes I have repurposed for your good and my glory. Nothing is wasted in my kingdom. Every tear you shed in fear has been collected in my bottle and transformed into the wine of joy. I am calling you to deeper intimacy, for it is in the secret place that your power is renewed. In the stillness, I am speaking secrets to your heart, strategies for the battles ahead and blueprints for the blessings to come. You do not need to strive, you only need to abide. For in abiding, you become an extension of my own arm. I am stretching out your borders, I am enlarging your territory. Do not fear the expansion, for I am the architect and the builder. Walk today with your head held high. You are the royalty of the Most High God. The spirit of power is your breath. The spirit of love is your heartbeat. The spirit of a sound mind is your guide. I am your shield and your exceeding great reward. Go, my beloved, and demonstrate to the world what it looks like when a child of God finally understands who they are. The world is waiting for the manifestation of the sons and daughters of God, and you are that manifestation. I have equipped you, I have empowered you, and I have loved you with an everlasting love. This is your hour. This is your time. Step into the fullness of my power and never look back. My peace I leave with you, my power I give to you, and my presence will never depart from you. Look deeper into the reservoir of my grace, for what I am doing within you is not a temporary patch, but a total renovation of your soul. As you stand on the precipice of this new season, do not look back at the valleys where fear once whispered your name. Those valleys are now filled with the light of my glory, and the echoes of your past anxieties are being drowned out by the roar of my living water. I am the one who sits above the circle of the earth, yet I am also the one who dwells in the quietest chambers of your heart, rearranging the furniture of your mind to make room for my authority. This replacement, this divine exchange, is a holy process. I am taking the trembling in your hands and turning it into a steady grip upon the sword of the Spirit. I am taking the stutter in your heart and turning it into a rhythmic song of confidence. Do not be surprised if you no longer recognize the reflection in the mirror, for the eyes that once looked out with uncertainty are now being infused with the vision of the Almighty. I am teaching you to see as I see. When you look at your circumstances, you used to see giants. Now, you will see shadows that flee before the sunrise. I am magnifying your perception of my greatness until every problem becomes small in comparison. This is the spirit of power, not a power that dominates through force, but but a power that prevails through the stillness of knowing who I am. I am your Father, and I have never lost a battle. Since I am in you and you are in me, victory is not something you strive for, it is the atmosphere you breathe. Hear my heart for you. The days of shrinking back are over. I am moving you from the periphery to the center of my purpose. I am placing my words in your mouth, and when you speak, you will feel the weight of my kingdom backing every syllable. You are not a victim of your lineage or a prisoner of your mistakes. I have broken the seal of every limitation that the world tried to place upon you. I declare over you right now that the spirit of power is saturating your nervous system, calming the storms of your biology, and bringing every thought into the sweet alignment of my peace. I see the paths I have laid out before you, paths that were once obscured by the fog of worry. I am breathing upon that fog, and it is dissipating. You will walk with a precision you have never known. I am sharpening your discernment so that you can navigate the complexities of this age with the wisdom of the Ancient of Days. My beloved, do not fear the weight of the mantle I am placing upon your shoulders. It is not heavy, it is light, for I am the one carrying the burden while you simply wear the garment. I am calling you to a higher altitude. Fear cannot survive the thin, pure air of my glory. Up here, where the eagle soars, you will see the interconnectedness of my plan. You will see how every tear you shed in the secret place was seeds for the harvest of joy you are now beginning to reap. I am making you a pillar of strength for those who are still caught in the thicket of fear. You will be a lighthouse, not because you are perfect, but because you are permeated with my presence. I am commissioning you to be a carrier of this divine exchange. When people look at you, they will wonder where your peace comes from. They will ask how you can remain so unshakable when the world around you is trembling. And you will tell them, my Father replaced my fear with his power, and I have never been the same. I am releasing a fresh anointing upon you this very moment. It is an oil of gladness that will repel the dust of despair. It is a fire that will consume the chaff of doubt. I declare that you are being established in a boldness that is not of this world, a boldness that is rooted in the unshakable reality of my love. Go forward, not with a spirit of caution, but with a spirit of conquest. Not to conquer people, but to conquer the darkness that holds them captive. I am with you, I am for you, and I am within you. This is the hour of your rising. The dawn has come, the night has passed, and my power is your new identity. Rest in this, thrive in this, and let my love be the anchor that holds you steady as you sail into the greatness I have prepared for you since the beginning of time. Child, look into my eyes and see the reflection of who you truly are. You are not the shadow of your mistakes, nor are you the sum of your anxieties. You are the manifestation of my creative power, and today, that power is being activated within you like never before. I am reaching into the very core of your being to pull out the seeds of hesitation that the enemy planted in the night. I am replacing them with seeds of divine audacity. I declare that you will no longer be paralyzed by the need for human approval, for my approval is your shield and your great reward. I am releasing you from the prison of perfectionism, which is merely fear dressed in a suit of pride. Walk in the freedom of being my beloved, where your failures are covered by my grace, and your successes are fueled by my strength. I am declaring a divine reset over your nervous system. Where there was agitation, I speak my supernatural calm. Where there was a constant state of fight or flight, I establish a state of abide and soar. You are being retuned to the frequency of heaven, where there is no vibration of fear, only the resonance of victory. I am giving you a spirit of power that manifests as a quiet confidence, the kind of confidence that doesn't need to shout to be heard, but simply stands firm because it knows its foundation is eternal. I am speaking to the dreams that you buried because you thought you weren't strong enough to carry them. I say to those dreams, live again. I am giving you the stamina to see them through to completion. This spirit of power is your endurance. It is your second wind when the race feels too long. I am also sharpening your spiritual senses. You will see the traps of the enemy from a distance and bypass them with ease. You will hear my whisper in the midst of the storm, and it will be louder to you than the crashing waves. This is the intimacy I have promised you. It is a connection that fear cannot sever. I am weaving your heart into mine so tightly that my heartbeat becomes your rhythm. When I am at peace, you are at peace. When I move, you move. I am your Father, and I delight in giving you the kingdom. And this kingdom is not in words only, but in power. It is the power to forgive the unforgivable. It is the power to hope against hope. It is the power to remain joyful when the circumstances are sorrowful. I am anointing your feet to walk on high places. You will not slip, you will not stumble, for I am the one who holds your hand. I declare that your legacy will be one of courage. Those who come after you will drink from the well of boldness that you are digging today. They will look at your life and know that fear is a liar and that I am a promise keeper. I am filling your mouth with a new song, a song of deliverance that will break the chains of others as you sing it. You are a carrier of my presence, a portal of my power. Do not be afraid of the magnitude of what I am doing in you. I am the one who qualifies you. I am the one who sustains you. My power is made perfect in your weakness, so even when you feel small, remember that I am infinite. You are entering a season of unprecedented fruitfulness. Every area where fear caused barrenness will now bloom with the blossoms of my favor. I am the gardener of your soul, and I am making you a display of my splendor. I am extending my hand to you once more, inviting you to step out of the boat of your comfort and onto the water of my wonders. Do not look at the wind or the waves. Keep your gaze fixed on mine. In my eyes, you will find the strength to do what you once thought impossible. I am removing the ceiling of your expectations. I am pulling back the curtains of your limited perspective to show you the vastness of the territory I have assigned to you. There is no corner of your life where my power is not available to you. There is no shadow where my light cannot penetrate. I declare that the spirit of heaviness is being replaced by the garment of praise. I declare that your mourning is being turned into dancing. This is the divine exchange. My beauty for your ashes, my oil of joy for your mourning, my spirit of power for your spirit of fear. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. You are a new creation, and the old things have truly passed away. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. You are that river. You are that way. My power is flowing through you to touch a parched and thirsty land. Do not hold back. Do not hesitate. The time for preparation is merging with the time of manifestation. You are the vessel and I am the wine. You are the lamp and I am the flame. Together, we will light up the darkness until the darkness becomes as bright as the day. I am with you always, even unto the end of the age. This is my covenant with you, and I am a God who cannot lie. Your future is secure, your path is prepared, and your spirit is now clothed in my might. Walk forward in this truth, and let every step you take be a declaration of my glory. You are the witness of my grace, the evidence of my power, and the beloved of my heart. Go forth, child, for the world is waiting to see the Christ in you, the hope of glory. Do not think that this transition is a burden you must carry alone, for I am the strength within your stride. As you step out from the shadows of yesterday, notice how the atmosphere around you begins to shift. Fear once spoke in a loud, clattering noise, trying to drown out the whisper of my spirit, but now, that noise is fading into the background of a forgotten life. I am tuning your ears to the frequency of heaven, where the only sound is the harmony of my will being done on earth as it is in my presence. You have been conditioned to flinch at the unknown, but I am reweaving the very fabric of your reactions. Where there was a reflex of withdrawal, I am placing a reflex of advancement. When the world presents a challenge that would have once paralyzed you, you will find a holy boldness rising from your belly, a fire that cannot be quenched by the waters of intimidation. This power I have given you is not a tool you pick up and put down. It is who you have become in me. You are an ambassador of the kingdom of light, and every territory your foot treads upon I have given to you. Look at your hands, my child. I have anointed them for service and for victory. What you touch will begin to prosper not because of your human effort, but because the current of my life flows through your fingertips. I am breaking the chains of not enough that have bound your imagination. I declare over your mind a clarity that surpasses all understanding. The fog of confusion is lifting, and in its place, I am installing the blueprint of my divine purpose for your life. You will see things not as they appear to be, but as I have ordained them to be. I am giving you a prophetic sight that looks past the mountain and sees the level ground. I am speaking peace into the storm that used to toss you to and fro. Listen to my voice in the stillness. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. This sound mind is your fortress. It is the place where my thoughts become your thoughts. Do not let the whispers of the enemy find a lodging place there. When he brings a thought of lack, answer it with the abundance of my grace. When he brings a thought of loneliness, answer it with the reality of my indwelling. You are never, ever alone. I am the shadow at your right hand. I am the pillar of fire that guides your night. I am the very breath in your lungs. I am declaring a season of radical restoration over you. Everything that fear stole, your joy, your sleep, your confidence, your dreams, I am returning to you with a heavenly increase. You will not just recover, you will be transformed by the recovery. You are moving from a place of survival into a realm of sovereignty. You were created to rule and reign in this life through the one who loves you. Let the world see the dignity I have bestowed upon you. Walk with your head held high, for you are the offspring of the Most High King. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is your heritage. This is your right. I am breathing my very life into the dry bones of your expectations. Watch as they come together, covered in flesh and spirit, standing up as a great army. You are that army, and you are led by the captain of the hosts. There is no obstacle too high, no valley too deep, and no enemy too strong for the power that now resides within you. Rest in this truth. Let it settle deep into your marrow. I am removing the weight of performance from your shoulders. You do not have to strive to earn what I have already given you by my Spirit. Simply yield. Yield to the power that works in you. It is a quiet strength, a steady flame, a resolute confidence that knows I am God. Your life is a tapestry of my faithfulness, and even the threads of your past failures are being woven into a beautiful pattern of redemption. I am making all things new, and that renewal begins in the deepest chambers of your heart. Go forward now, not with the hesitant steps of a servant, but with the bold stride of a child of the King. The world is waiting, and I am with you. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? Even now, it springs forth from the very ground you tread. The world is indeed waiting, but it is waiting for the manifestation of the light I have placed inside you. This spirit of power I have bestowed upon you is not a garment you put on and take off. It is the very essence of your new nature. It is the resonance of my voice echoing through your soul, silencing the frantic whispers of the enemy. Do not look to your own hands and find them trembling, for I have wrapped my hands around yours. My strength is not a reservoir you must pump to fill. It is an ocean that flows through you without end. I am the source, and as you stay connected to the vine, the power flows effortlessly. This is the secret of the kingdom, that in your utter surrender you find your greatest strength. I am teaching you a new way to walk, a walk that is not dictated by the terrain, but by the one who holds the map. Listen closely to the rhythm of my spirit. There is a cadence of victory in your pulse. I declare today that you are moving from the shadows of what if into the sunlight of I am. I am replacing the heavy yoke of anxiety with the light burden of my presence. Where there was a spirit of heaviness, I am draping you in the garment of praise. I am opening your eyes to see the horses and chariots of fire that surround you, even when you feel most alone. You are never outnumbered when you stand with me. I have set a table for you in the presence of your enemies, and the feast is one of peace, joy, and unshakable confidence. Your enemies will watch as you dine on my faithfulness, and they will realize that they cannot touch what I have anointed. I speak over your mind today, be still. I speak over your heart, be courageous. I am washing away the residue of every word spoken against you that suggested you were weak, small, or forgotten. You are a monument of my mercy. Every scar you carry is a testament to the fact that you survived, but I am doing more than helping you survive. I am teaching you how to thrive. I am expanding your territory, not just in the physical realm, but in the spiritual. Your prayers now carry a weight they did not have before, for they are no longer fueled by desperation, but by the realization of your authority. When you speak, heaven listens, because you speak in alignment with my will. Look forward with expectation. The obstacles that once seemed like mountains are becoming level ground before you. I am smoothing the path. I am making the crooked places straight. I am the God who makes a way where there is no way. You will find that doors you did not even know existed are swinging wide open, simply because you carry my presence. Do not be afraid of the greatness I have placed within you. It is not an arrogance to walk in power. It is an act of obedience to the one who gave it. You are my ambassador, my hands, my feet, and my heart in a world that is desperate for a touch of the divine. The fear that once paralyzed you was merely a mirage, a trick of the light designed to keep you from the inheritance I have prepared. But the light of my truth is now shining so brightly that the mirage is evaporating. You are seeing things as they truly are. You are seeing yourself as I see you, clothed in majesty, filled with purpose, and radiant with my glory. There is a boldness rising in your spirit that is not of your own making. It is a holy defiance against the works of darkness. You will walk into dark places, and the light within you will cause the shadows to flee. You will speak to the broken-hearted, and my power will bind up their wounds. You will stand before those who are bound, and the chains will fall because of the anointing that rests upon you. I am deepening the well of our intimacy. In the quiet moments in the secret place, I am pouring into you the deep things of my heart. I am sharing my secrets with you because you have chosen to abide in me. This power is birthed in the place of prayer. It is nurtured in the stillness of my presence. Never neglect the sanctuary of our communion, for it is there that your spirit is recharged and your vision is sharpened. I am making you a pillar in my house, stable, strong, and enduring. Do not mistake my silence for absence, nor my patience for indifference. Every moment of your waiting has been a moment of my working. I have been strengthening the foundations of your character, so that the weight of the power I am giving you will not crush you, but exalt you. You are like a tree planted by rivers of water, whose leaf does not wither. Your roots have gone deep into the soil of my love, and now the fruit is beginning to appear. This power is the sap that rises within you, bringing life to every branch. It is the life force of heaven itself. I am commissioning you as a bearer of hope. Wherever you go, the atmosphere must shift. You carry the fragrance of the King. You carry the authority of the throne. When you walk into a room, peace walks in with you. When you speak, clarity replaces confusion. This is not because of your education or your eloquence, but because of my spirit resting upon you. I have marked you as my own. The seal of my ownership is upon your forehead, and the enemy recognizes that mark. He knows he has no legal claim over you. He knows that the spirit of fear he once used to keep you captive has been evicted by the spirit of power. You are free, truly free, and in that freedom you will lead others to the light. I am opening your ears to hear the songs of deliverance that I sing over you night and day. Can you hear the melody? It is a song of victory, a song of triumph, a song of an everlasting love that refuses to let you go. This is your heritage. This is your destiny. You were born for such a time as this, to be a beacon of my power in a world shrouded in darkness. Rise up, my beloved. Rise up and shine, for your light has come and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. Receive this now, a fresh baptism of fire, a fire that consumes the dross of doubt and ignites the passion for my kingdom. You are being transformed from glory to glory. The old has passed away. Behold, all things have become new. This is your season of emergence. The cocoon of your preparation is breaking open, and you are taking flight on the wings of my spirit. You are no longer grounded by the weight of this world. You are soaring in the high places, seeing from my perspective, acting with my authority. Trust the process. Trust the power. Trust me. I have never failed you, and I will not start now. You are my masterpiece, and the world is about to see the beauty of what I have fashioned in the secret place. Go, my child, in the greatness of this strength, for I am with you always, even to the end of the age.